This is an update concerning content on my channel, because I haven't been uploading stuff all that often recently, and quite frankly, that's terrible, and I should know better. The video that you're watching in the background as I explain the situation with my channel is a ROM hack I was working on of Pokemon Fire Red, which I never finished. And I was working on this like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Okay, so the basic situation with my channel right now is that I'm trying to make content as fast as I can, but I'm now working what is effectively a full-time job. As of November, I want to say 12th, I was basically locked into employment. And I'm glad, because it means I don't have to look for a job anymore. I've got a job. I will probably start looking for work in the new year. Stuff that's actually in my realm of interest, because my current job is retail. Now, I'm not begrudging retail. It's decent work. It's exercise. It's getting me out of the house. And it's money. It's money that's guilt-free money. It's not money that's handed to me by a family member. It's not money that I've had to borrow off someone. This is guilt-free money. This is money that I have earned. And that is incredibly satisfying to have. So I can't really pick a fault with that level of work, with that kind of work. It doesn't bother me. I don't really want to talk much about my job because I know people have lost their jobs over things they've said online. And I don't want to say anything that might sound like I'm being negative about my job. So I'm going to skip that subject now. But I'm basically working on a 16-hour-a-week contract. That's long enough that I don't have to sign on, go to the job centre anymore. But I'm actually, most of the time, doing more than 16 hours a week. I did some overtime this Saturday that's just been. I'm doing some overtime this Wednesday. I'm taking somebody else's shift on so they can have a day off. Because it's money. That's basically it. And the Christmas season is all about money, is it not? It's all about rampant commercialism, so that's what it's all about. So with the free time that I do have, I've actually now taken up a second freelance job. I'm doing some video editing for a gaming shop, local to where I live, called Level Up Games. I never really wanted to link myself to a place geographically, but I sort of have now, and I guess I just have to put up with that. I didn't want to do it, but I now am linked up to this place geographically, so. Yeah, that is an uninspired name. I need to change that to did it take long? Did it take your parents long to come up with that one? Anyway, situation with the channel itself. Because I don't really have much free time at the moment, through my own forcibly taking overtime, as well as a freelance position, I basically don't have as much time as I used to have to make content. Every other night at work is a 11 o'clock PM finish. I get home, I jump on Minecraft with my friend from work, and then it's basically in bed, ready to wake up and go to work the next day. That's what it currently is for me. So I don't have the level of free time that I thought I had. I can still use that time more productively than I am, but I need to sort of get myself back into the swing of making content. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 is coming. I have to finish that game. I can't leave it unfinished, because quite frankly, that game is still staring me in the face on the shelf right now. I can see it in its beautiful special edition shiny box, and it's just staring at me saying, when are you going to complete me? When are you going to finish me on your channel? And I've got loads of other Xbox 360 games to look into. The problem, though, is that I get so much recording difficulty with Xbox 360 games. Like, it's so difficult to record Xbox 360 without it lagging up. I'm not sure what it is. Sonic 06 was okay, because I could sort of link things back into sync. But with Beautiful Katamari, you noticed, if you were watching the series, there were big still frames where it just did nothing. That problem is a huge problem. And it's something that, if I were continuing with Beautiful Katamari, I just have to cut the conversations out and probably do post-com. I'm willing to do it to get that game finished, but I don't want those same issues to happen with some of the other games I want to record. Just off of my shelf right now, games that I want to go through on this channel. One-Chanbara, Bikini Samurai Squad, Kengo Zero, Crash, Mind Over Mutant, 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand, History Channel, Great Battles Medieval, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, possibly Halo Anniversary Edition, El Shaddai I want to go through. I need to finish Nier. I'll probably end up having to restart that. And I totally want to cover Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Those are games on my shelf that are just screaming at me on Xbox 360 that I want to Let's Play. But then there's PlayStation 2. I just got my PlayStation 2 set up with a network adapter and hard drive so I can install games to it, including my my import games like Goemon, Boken Jidai Katsugeki. There's so many games I want to play on the PlayStation 2 and record as well. Klonoa 2, Tenchu Fatal Shadows, Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, Yakuza 1 and 2, Samurai Westerns, Seven Blades, Godai, Elemental Force. I want to record some stuff for the game track, like Dark Wind. This is stuff I want to do for the channel, but it's finding the time to do it and which game jumps out at me. It's just knowing which one I want to do. By the way, yeah, this hack, I made it so every starter is Magikarp. For some reason, all my Pokemon are now Magikarp. Maybe one day I'll get around to finishing this as well. Magikarp appears to be your destiny. Yeah. Now, what else did I want to bring up about my channel? Something revisited. I've still got half of Saints Row 2 beaten to do a Something Revisited on Saints Row 2. I want to do it. I've got the script basically written. Something Revisited for Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken Advance, Tekken 4, 5, 6, Tag Tournament 2 Wii U. Completely written. All the way up. Seriously, I have fully written those scripts and they are ready to record. On PC, I want to do some just random, like, single plays of old PC games. Right now I'm looking at Unreal Tournament 2004. I'd love to do some mod stuff for that. The No One Lives Forever games, Garfield. These games are just yelling out to me right now. Cat in the Hat. These games are just yelling out to me. Do a video on me! So it's about prioritizing. For Sushi Bites, I had an intention for a Christmas special. But that's probably not going to happen now. I was going to do a game with very little sort of festive relation, sort of as a tenuous Sushi Bites to the season. It's not going to happen now. It might happen next year. The game I was going to do was Jesus Kaifu no Biomonster. Yeah, I'm not going to do that now. But I might look into it someday. Yeah, this is basically what the first battle of Pokemon Troll Pink Edition is. But any of you who know Pokemon know how this battle is going to end in a couple of turns anyway. So, Sushi Bites, I do have some games planned, some games in mind. Off the top of my head, Kaizuka Tenshi, Geosata Spirits or Line Kill Spirits, Sega Tetris. Quick look at the imports in front of me. Possibly Policenauts, Japanese Policenauts for the Sega Saturn. there's a few things just jumping out at me that I want to do. There's a bunch of PSP games. I want to do the PSP version of One Chambara. There's a bunch of things. There's also plans for another Sushi Bites series called Sushi Bites XL. And Sushi Bites XL is going to be like a whole series of Sushi Bites dedicated to one franchise. So basically, instead of doing like a video where it's 1 or 2 or maybe 3 games in one video, it'll be 1 game per video or 2 games per video for a whole franchise. So the 2, maybe 3 that I have in mind are the Goemon series, of which maybe 4 games came out over here. I have plans to do the Gensan series of games, so Hammer and Harry, that series. And also there was one other as well that is now completely Puyo Puyo. How could Puyo Puyo slip my mind? So I want to do a Sushi Bites XL series, basically going through every game in those franchises. Going through those entire franchises. Why didn't this game get released outside of Japan? Would it have been good outside of Japan? So the plan is basically to do some content on that. But yeah, loads of Sushi Bites games to look at. I'm just looking at my imports again. There's Goikun Moyo, there's DJ Wars, there's Snowball Kids Plus. Basically, I have a whole like shelf full of games ready to do. Bleach vs Crusade, which is still in its cellophane seal. That was a Japan exclusive Bleach beat 'em up, and it's amazing. So I do intend to cover these games at some point. It's about creatively using my time effectively. Today it doesn't look like I'm going to have that much free time, to be honest, because I also have commitments basically outside of work and freelance work. Oh, I do miss working on this hack. It was always so rude. Anyway, there is content planned. In the meantime, if you're itching to hear my wonderful voice on videos, Sax Dude Malloy, he's got a Let's Play, a Christmas Let's Play of Super James Pond for the Super Famicom, and I collaborated with him on that. I was on Skype when he was recording it, so there's that in the meantime. And I promise you, content is coming. It's about using my time effectively and making the most of my free time while I'm doing overtime and while I'm doing this freelance work. Thank you for remaining patient. I hit 602 subscribers just the other day, so thumbs up to all of you. Amazing. Content is coming. I promise. Thank you very much.